Hey, so guess what I've got? I've got coleslaw. I've got good coleslaw. Okay, maybe it's closer to a salad or pasta salad. Well, there's not much pasta. There is a little pasta. I put some of these little tiny, where's the camera? Little baby pastas in there. Uh, and lots of cabbage. But then I also put in raw asparagus. And a little bit of cut leaf or flat leaf parsley. And somewhere in here, it's hiding. Oh, I've got green onions. You know how long it took me to make this? About 2 hours. So, the story is, I'm at home, and I just got back from travel, and I was busy, so I didn't have time to go shopping until Saturday. So first thing Saturday morning, I go out to Winco, which is in Moscow, and you've been there with me before. It's that big grocery store with the huge produce section. So I went there, and I bought a bunch of veggies, and my thought was to make this coleslaw. This is kind of part of my goal of eating healthier, and exercise is coming, but eating healthier. And I was gonna go home and make coleslaw. Get home, and turns out I don't have any mayonnaise. And I thought I had mayonnaise. I swear I had this big tub of stuff, and I thought I remembered I had it. For all I know, it's hidden somewhere in my kitchen. I don't think so. I think it's elsewhere, as in my imagination. Well, there's no mayonnaise. And I think to myself, do I want to go out and drive somewhere to get mayonnaise, or do I just want to make mayonnaise? And for the past, it must have been the week before I left, when I needed mayonnaise, I would just make it. So I tried making mayonnaise, and it's easy to make. So the way that mayonnaise works is it's an emulsion. So when you have two things that don't mix, like, for example, you have oil and water. I don't know if you've ever seen this, or salad dressing, right? You might see this, if you have salad dressing and you've got a bottle and it's got some oil on the top and water on the bottom, and they don't mix. So what you do is you shake it up, and if you shake it hard enough, they get mixed up, and you can put it on your salad, and then they separate because they're not an emulsion. But just for that moment while they're being shaken, they're all stirred up. Well, in the case of mayonnaise, it's an emulsion in which you have something water-based. In the case of mayonnaise, it's going to be a little bit of lemon juice, maybe a little bit of vinegar, and in my case, I had egg yolk and oil. And the beauty of eggs is egg yolk contains this chemical called lecithin. Lecithin is an emulsifier, so it allows you to make mixtures. So you take a whole egg, or in my case, a lot of people just use egg yolk only, but I put the whole egg in, and some vinegar and some lemon juice, and you start mixing it up, and then you put a little bit of oil in, a little more, and eventually it gets this white kind of whipped appearance. And that white whipped appearance, that's the beginning of your mayo. And then you just keep drizzling in the oil slowly until you get mayonnaise. And I thought, okay, I'll do that. And I did it. And what came out was a bowl of clumpy stuff and oil. It didn't work. And I thought, okay, that sucks. What's worse is that I almost burned out my dirt cheap stick blender from Walmart. I had the stick blender itself was getting hot enough that I was somewhat burning myself, and I thought, well, maybe I just picked the wrong device. And I had it in a big bowl that was flat, so it didn't mix well. And okay, I'll try it again. This time I tried it with a food processor. Put it together, running it, end of the day, clumpy stuff and oil. It didn't mix. So I go back and I do it a third time, and the third time it worked. And turns out I made a mistake in the process of making it. So I thought to myself, I'm gonna make this. I'm gonna put it into coleslaw. So I'm gonna put in all these spices anyhow, right? So why don't I just put in some of my paprika and whatnot? Because the recipes usually call for putting a little bit of mayonnaise as well. So I put mayonnaise in, or not mayonnaise, but a little bit of mustard. So I put mustard in, and then I put in the pepper and salt and whatnot, and didn't work. But the third time I did. So after about 2 to 3 hours of labor, I had this little jar of mayonnaise, which then I used to make my salad. So this is kind of the salad. I've got that for dinner tonight, and I put in it some. I put all the flavoring in afterwards. So I put in some spicy peppers and some caraway seed and a little bit of paprika. Salt, MSG. I think I put black pepper. I don't think I had anything else, but and of course I put vinegar in, because you take the mayo after you make the mayonnaise, then you thin it out. But you can't just thin out the oil, because the oil would then separate and you don't get a coating on everything. So I made this salad. Anyway, that's kind of all that's going on here. My computer's running. I'm processing files. I've been recording videos for my class. I'm giving the students a quiz on Friday, and before the quiz I give them a video so that they can double check they learn the content, and then the quiz is based on the video. And the goal here is to get the students to study and to watch the video and learn the content. And well, probably about 75% of the students do, and then that last 25%, no, they don't. So grades aren't as good on the quizzes as I'd like, but it is what it is. Anyway, I hope you're having a great... Oh, before I go, I'm sending you something, and you should read the instructions. Don't just open it. There's got to be a little note in there. So read the note. The note's important. Okay? So with that, I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.